of the sneak peek parade tours get this week is a look at our restoration car. DCA has bought a 911. We're going to restore it and raffle it off next year at the Savannah Parade in 2011. I'm here with Jochen Bader, who's manager at Porsche Restorations in Germany, and he's going to give us a little talk about how he found this car and how they're going to transform it into its original beauty. Jochen, what brought you this car, which upon initial look is kind of scary, but obviously you saw something, a jewel in the rough when you decided this was the car to restore?
Yeah, the car looks quite ugly, but it is a jewel, and we love to restore this car. We found the car in Los Angeles on eBay, and we just viewed the pictures, and I said, okay, this is it. And we bought the car, and I realized there are some different things on the car, like the fender and the rear wing, etc. But I see the chassis down to bare metal, and I realized this car is perfect for the restoration, for our restoration workshop, and also to raffle the car next year, because we have a 2.4 MFI engine, interesting and strong engine, and also the silver outside painting and the black interior. It will be fit perfectly, and we're looking forward to restore the car.
So it's going to be a silver outside. Right now it's more of a California primer, I guess you could call it. Obviously these wheels, which are a mismatched set of center line and maybe one Porsche wheel, will go back. Will it be using the Fuchs wheels or steel wheels?
Fuchs wheels.
Okay, so it goes to the Fuchs wheels. It will be restored to as a U.S. car or a European car?
We restore the car through the Cardex information, so it will be original car as the car leaves the factory 73.
Now, how much of what we see here will you actually utilize from this car?
So we take the fenders, everything off. We depart everything, the harness, take all things out, and then we dip the car into acid, take the primer and the filler and the paint, everything off, and then we start to rebuild the car from the base. We have the original chicks in our workshop, so we are able to do everything, I think, better than new.
How about rust proofing? Does it remain as it was back then, or is there any rust proofing that you do to the car this time around?
Yes, so we opened the rocker panels to check the rust inside, and then after we repair the whole body shell, we put the car into a cataphoretic bath and dip the car, and so we have the complete car coated, and this is the best rust protection, and I will say better than new.
So one of the things we're going to do with Porsche Restoration, Porsche Classic, is we're going to be documenting the restoration on the web page, through blogs and for our videos and panorama, of course, as it transforms once again into this, from a jewel in the rough to a true jewel. And when it's complete, we were talking before, we get this beautiful pamphlet that every owner gets, and maybe we can show the camera here of the special. You get this little plaque here, right? Tell us what that is.
So this is a badge, and we mount this badge in the trunk normally, right next to the VIN number plate, and that badge shows that the car is factory restored with original VIN number and also my signature.
And what's inside this beautiful case?
This is our map extra. So there's a restoration book in it, and this book is written for the complete restoration of the car. So we show the work one and all the work we do on the car with every different parts and areas like suspension, engine, transmission, and I always say the bottleneck, because the body is always the most important thing for us. We need around 300 to 600 hours depending on the condition of the car. So this is the main part of the whole restoration. Also the completely electricity, the harness, and the painting.
And how many technicians do you have working in your shop?
Around 20.
Wow, and all the parts I would imagine would be Porsche parts, right?
Right. There's surely some parts they're not available on stock, and in that case we have to search aftermarket or from colleagues or some people outside, and we buy these parts and overhaul them, and so we fit the car. So we do this kind of car, I think, 10 to 15 per year. So it's not a problem for us. So I can truly say this car is no problem for us to restore.
And how many hours would you imagine this is going to be into this restoration?
Around 1,200 to 1,400 hours.
But it sounds like it's going to come out better than it was in 1973, I would imagine.
Definitely, I promise.
So there you go. That's a sneak peek into this raffle car that you're going to be seeing during the year. It's in the U.S. now, but after parade, it takes a quick boat ride over to Germany, and it begins its transformation into a beauty.